Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we're going to be opening the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie Dropkick. This is the helicopter form, and it looks pretty cool. So yes, I am excited to get the card version. This is only an opening, not a review. And I've been trying to find this guy for a while. He just would not show up in any of my stores, and then just recently, hey, take a look at that. It's on the shelves, and there's tons of them. I'm like, okay, cool. Where has this been? Anyways, let's go ahead and open it from the bottom because we don't have to take off any of the tape if we do this. And let's slide this right out like so. There's the instructions. There's the box. We will put that off to the side. Here's the backdrop. And I know some people are upset that, oh, Dropkick is having two figures and he's not a triple changer. Okay, try making a triple changer toy of this height in this budget for a deluxe class scale, and then we'll talk. I swear some people just ask for the impossible, because I don't know how you're gonna get that. You know, I'm not surprised that they made two separate figures. Actually, you know what? I am. I'm surprised they made two separate figures. I just thought, okay, they're just gonna make the one for Dropkick and Shatter and choose between the alt modes. I figured that Dropkick, okay, he'd be the helicopter, and Shatter would be the car. And you know, we kind of got that, and then they decide, hey, let's put out a car Dropkick as well. I'm not sure if we're gonna get a jet Shatter. They might just move on from that, but I imagine that we will. So there's the Dropkick. He feels pretty nice. You know, he does feel small, of course, but I don't think it's that bad. Let's see how the shoulder feels. Okay, the shoulder, or not the shoulder, the elbow. One of the complaints that people had was that the elbow would snap off because it was too tight. But mine seemed to be somewhat okay. There's a certain kind of clicking point, but I feel like either that's on purpose or I could just shave that off. It's a little kibbly. Some of the parts seem to want to move around, but it doesn't feel so bad. I love the head sculpt. I don't mind the size of him, you know, being this small. The head's ball joint is a little weird, though. It kind of just snaps into place. So I think the ball joint might be a little warped. But here's the guns, which kind of feel a little weak on the joint, but you know, not too bad. And you can give them a couple of guns. Of course, they're not accurate. I think this was a little too early to release to expect an accurate figure. But let's also put him on his backdrop. Now, his backdrop isn't accurate to anything. I think that's because they didn't want to spoil anything at the time. But let's also put him next to Bumblebee. So he's a little taller than Bumblebee, it seems, although I'm having Bumblebee lean forward a bit. A little bit taller. You know what? I'm fine with that. Dropkick kind of felt like the henchman or the drone for Shatter, if that makes sense. So, you know, for him to go after Bumblebee, I think that's fine. I don't mind that. But yeah, I also don't mind the colors that much in person. I thought it would look too weird, but I think the colors are consistent enough to make it look good, and I do like the blue hue on the feet, and the helicopter blades look nice on his back. I also like these little bits on the back. I think they're pretty cool. Wish it could get more shoulder articulation at least, but other than that, I'm kind of impressed with the robot mode. We will see in the transformation whether or not it is worthy enough. But so far, I am very happy with the design. Okay, so let's extend out the arms. This is what I'm curious about, is the helicopter form. And I am a little concerned about the little joints in the waist, because I'm not sure how well that will go. There we go. So apparently that just clicks into place. I might do a little reworking on that just to make sure that it doesn't snap off, because I've heard some people twist that and then it just snaps right off. I think it's this part, though. If I hold on to this, it should be okay. Okay, so we got this. Then it shows that we bring this around to here, and then we open up the cockpit. This is the first time I'm transforming this. And then, let's see, bring this up. And then the arms have to do something. I'm not sure what. Okay, so these will untap from there. I believe these were supposed to open up or something. These look like they're supposed to open up. Yes. So this folds around. And that collapses in like so. Does it go any further than that? No, it does not. So all this will fold down into there like so. Okay, now I get it. Then this will, I guess we'll just rotate this for now. I'm sorry if I'm doing that off camera. Just trying to read the instructions while doing this. Okay, so I guess the arms are... What have you created? Let's see. Okay. So the arms will go flat onto here. I'm really curious about the helicopter form. Because I heard this is supposed to be incredibly small. And I know some people don't like that because, oh, my toy is small and I don't feel like I paid enough for it. Or not enough. I feel like I paid too much for it. But I kind of like that. I like smaller Transformers. This doesn't really... Okay, there we go. Yeah, for some reason this doesn't want to snap on properly. Like the midsection keeps opening up and then the tail keeps opening up. Just as long as the tail's complete, I'm fine with this. I might have something wrong, so it could be just me. But this section keeps opening up and it seems like, oh, maybe it's the tabs up here. Because I'm seeing a couple of tabs. Okay, so that will go into that. That will go into that. These will collapse onto there. Then, oh, there's a little tab on the back here that maybe that's why. Let's see. Okay, so everything's collapsed. Yeah, that doesn't really want to stay too well. Oh, well. Again, might just be me. Let's see. Or it could be my copy, but it doesn't really affect it too much, so I'm not too concerned about it. Just as long as the majority of it is okay. And then this should... I'm starting to remember how to do this. This should all rotate around. Oh, and we gotta... Do we flip in the legs now? I guess not. Then this should all rotate around like so. Then, let's see. This cockpit piece is supposed to fold up like that. Again, I'm sorry if I keep jetting away from the camera. It's just really difficult to figure this out. I think I'm going to skip the transformation when I do the KSI guy. Just because, I mean, I know the transformation now. I have the Stinger toy. Yeah, again, I don't know why people are so upset with the fact that these aren't triple changers. Because if they were triple changers, one of the modes is not going to look good. At least. And we know that for a fact that one of the alt modes would not look that good. Let's see, so this is supposed to open up, I guess. Yep. Okay, starting to get the hang of it. And then this should all fold up. And then collapse down. Okay. Okay, so those... See, that was the biggest point for me, was that I wasn't sure about that collapsing hip joint. I just felt like that's going to be the first thing to snap. But as soon as I put it in, no, it's actually kind of... It snaps into place, but... Like, it's loose enough once you get past a certain point, so... Not too bad. There's a couple of hooks up here that I'm trying to line this up to. But I don't think... Okay, I don't have the hip in all the way. That's why. Let's see. Okay, so that's all hooked into there. This bottom section is just trying to tab into place. Then we push that up. And then these are supposed to collapse onto the sides. This will open up. There we go. And then these little guns will fold. Sorry, my camera decided to stop. These little cannons will fold up. Like so. And I'll just plug them in like that. And there is Dropkick in the helicopter form. Now, his propellers don't spin too well. Like, they're not loose, just like the Blackout figure, but I think that's fine. And honestly, I really like the helicopter form. I think it's so thin and so, like, it's long, but I love the fact how this feels like it shouldn't be a Transformer just because of how thin it is, but it is. And I'm really fascinated by the way it folds up. I think this is a pretty cool looking figure. I think the car Dropkick definitely looks better as far as supposed to look like the actual Dropkick itself. At least in the car form, you know, before scanning this helicopter mode. But I definitely like the style that they're going for here. And I understand why it's not completely accurate, you know, just make a Dropkick figure at least, you know. And then we'll get the more accurate one with the car, where it's much easier to deal with. But I think the helicopter form for this is definitely not bad. I like this, so, you know, that's pretty much it. I think it's pretty cool. I think you guys watch it. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I will see you guys.